Good afternoon and welcome to Queerious. I'm Madeline.
Hello, my name is Jesus, and welcome to Queerious.
Hi, my name is Alexis.
My name's Lupa. We are here with Queerious.
My name is Zach. Welcome to Queerious. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome back to Queerious. I'm SB.
Aaliyah Archuleta.
Hi, my name is Gabby, and this is Queerious.
My name is Lee, and welcome to Queerious. Thank you for joining us. What resources or support systems do you feel are lacking for LGBTQIA youth in our community, and what changes would you like to see?
I want to see more real acceptance and honesty from people.
I think the rough parts were because in the fifth, I used to go to a school where everyone used to know me as a girl, and it was hard to gain everyone to know that I wanted to be known as a guy. And because of puberty and periods and having to grow out breasts and stuff, it's hard.
I think that some of the biggest challenges is just acceptance, and it's hard to get people to accept you for who you are, for then to understand where you're coming from and how you feel.
How did you feel understanding that you were part of the LGBTQ?
Honestly, I didn't feel too light about it because it was a pretty heavy topic. It was a pretty heavy time in my life. I didn't really like the fact that I was, considering of how many times the community has gotten bad raps, probably from a few selfish people, self-destructive people.
In the past, I've experienced bullying and name calling and stuff like that, but I try not to look too deeply into it, and I think I've been better at trying to surround myself with people that I care for and that care for me.
There's only so much that we can do as one, but as a community, if we all come together, there's many things that we can do, many issues we can tackle. So just coming together and stuff, and just building better relationships and better community, and finding that community and finding those relationships.
In your opinion, what are some key areas where our community could improve supporting the LGBTQ+?
We don't have really places that, if we're talking specifically of queer youth, centers or places for people to go for support. Because Pride is great, we create safe spaces through, really in August and June in the summer, but that's not a sustainable way to fully support people in the community. That needs to come in forms of legal aid, medical aid, therapy aid, having people that understand different parts of the community.
You shouldn't need a Pride Month every day to feel proud about yourself. You should feel proud about yourself every day.
Can you share with us your personal journey of discovering your identity as a gay man?
I was born in Taos and born into a family that was relatively religious, unconventionally religious. Being gay was not the thing to be. So that made things sort of a challenge. It was a small group of people that I had access to, and I grew up not really being able to trust the people who were around me.
What are some challenges that you faced within the LGBTQIA community or just in broader society?
I've been out for about, over 10 years now, I think. And so pronoun stuff at first was really hard for me. It would really affect me, getting misgendered. And it still affects me, but I think I'm much more desensitized to that, and quicker to correct people, which thankfully in places like here, it's not as big of a deal as say Alabama, That and employment has been kind of a challenge as far as, inclusivity and sensitivity in the workplace to trans issues. But I also feel kind of compelled to educate people, I just want younger folks to have it easier,
That's good.
What role do you think gay men play in shaping the future of the LGBTQIA plus community?
The change really has to come from straight moms, parents. The role of a parent is to be accepting and loving, and I think we should hold them to that, our parents to those expectations.
And if you have family members that aren't supportive, try to build your own family. I know in the LGBTQIA plus world, it's often building your own family. And if you can't find the way to be supportive and provide the information and get yourself educated, find somebody else in the community or the family that can, and just do it with grace.
What do you think is the importance of representation or visibility for trans individuals that, like in the media or in politics, etc.?
Exposure increases empathy, you know, and having accurate exposure, not like cis people playing trans roles, you know,
Right.
and trans people actually getting recognized for the roles that they're playing and doing really great at. I often feel like I'm like the first trans person people have met, you know. If they've already had exposure via media, you know, via a TV show or something, at least they like know what the word means, you know what I mean?
How can allies and community members actively contribute to making our town safer and more affirming for the LGBTQ members?
That goes back to education. We've got to have allies. I think that's important for most movements. Not put the burden on us to have to further teach them how to be allies. We're there to work together. But money and knowledge and support, being there at events and providing resources and using one's privilege to help a group that doesn't have as much privilege, I think is really important.
I think just keep an open mind and just like be understanding that like this is way harder for the kid than it is for like the parent being told this, you know. So it's really hard to be able to find that commitment to be able to fully be yourself and be raw towards your parents and family and friends.
Yeah. When I first started transitioning, the first thing I did was like shave off all of my hair.
I needed to tell my mom, so I pretty much just texted her, and I was like, "Hey mom, can I tell you something?" She was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "I think I'm bisexual." And she was like, "Oh, I see." And so that pretty much just like, I didn't really come out to anybody else. That was just like the main coming out, and I didn't really, it kind of just like occurred to people.
What would you say to people who haven't come out of the closet yet?
Take your time and don't be pressured.